Do you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember that. Well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation. What up guys, it's your boy Nakamoto Crypto here, and today I would like to thank my very first subscriber. Before I start, thank you sir. If you like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for my next crypto banger. Now, today we got a red bloody market, which is crazy. Just yesterday we was at 10,000, just above 10,000. The market had all of a sudden dropped. Bitcoin pretty much had all of a sudden dropped 10% since yesterday, and here is the three main reasons. The price of Bitcoin plummeted by 14% from $10,180 to roughly about $8,600 on BitMEX within less than 15 minutes. The major factor that caused the price to drop were long contracts accounting for overwhelming majority of the Bitcoin market, BTC reacting to a multi-layer resistance at $10,500, and whales are dumping, guys. So first reason, Bitcoin was overdue for a long squeeze. As an example, let's say the price of Bitcoin is going up and the funding rate, which is typically around 0.01%, rises to 0.16%. If a trader holding a $100,000 long position, the trader has to pay $160 every 8 hours to another short contract holding the same amount of money with a short position. Next reason, so BTC has tested the $10,500 resistance level a total of 3 times in the past 8 months. Wow. So Bitcoin rose as high as $10,500 in October 2019, if you guys remember. Within 4 weeks, it dropped to $6,400, bottoming out in a 6-week time frame. In February, Bitcoin made another attempt to surpass $10,500 resistance level after rejecting violently to $8,400. BTC fell as low as $3,600 bloody Thursday, if you guys remember back in March, following 4 weeks. Now this third time, BTC has tested the same level in the last 3 quarters, and it is also the third time it has been met with a similar reaction, as BTC has once again failed to reclaim the same levels for the third consecutive times. The question traders are asking at the moment is if BTC is ready to break out. So given the intensity of the drop breakdown of the short-term market structure, the profitability of seeing BTC testing high resistance level to near-term found at $11,500 to $12,400 and $14,000 Bitcoin. So there it is, guys. Will we see a $14,000 BTC in the next coming weeks? Who knows? So the third reason, whales have been moving their funds. So a few hours before the drop happened, some big massive whale moved their funds to BitMEX and Binance. So this is like a repetitive trend pretty much. Every time a whale moves some crypto, the market dips. People get scared and they start selling. So if a giant whale holding more than 1,000 BTC in their wallet decided to move a few Bitcoins, things like this seems to occur in the market. So this is pretty much a normal thing. But every time we test that $10,000 level, we somehow always seem to retrace. Next, we got Mr. Charles Hoskinson continuing his saga against Vitalik Buterin. So for those of you who don't know who Charles Hoskinson is, he's the founder of Cardano, and Vitalik Buterin is the founder of Ethereum. So Charles was asked about why Vitalik Buterin is still not mentioning Cardano, as Cardano being pretty much the biggest competitor to Ethereum. It can do everything pretty much Ether can do, plus a little bit more as they are progressing with their project Shelly. So ADA is a third generation crypto and one of the leading cryptocurrencies in the last couple years. Charles Hoskinson himself, being a mathematician, is one of the smartest guys in the crypto game. And Cardano is a growing project and it's pretty much built for the future. So it has a bright future. So Mr. Hoskinson, in a recent Cointelegraph interview, he lamented that Bitcoin ignoring Cardano's achievements pretty much hurts Ethereum, as everything that Cardano does is open source as it could be borrowed by the rival. Ethereum has been plagued by delays in the development of its second generation proof of stake platform. Of this conflict, Hoskinson responded, "I don't live in his mind, so I don't know why he never mentions our project. And it is his decision not to do that. It's just a detriment to his ecosystem because there is a lot of ideas in Cardano that could be very useful to Ethereum." That was the comments Mr. Cardano himself, Hoskinson, has left about Vitalik Buterin, still not mentioning Cardano as a project. Next up, we got Millennials could be saved by crypto given that the normal economy has pretty much failed them. So according to a demographic megatrend, an online Harris poll conducted in April 2019, it found that people aged 18 to 34 years old were 3 times likely to be familiar with Bitcoin as those people over 65 years old and older. And the millennials are also twice as likely familiar with Bitcoin and crypto. So even more striking, 59% of millennials had positive views on Bitcoin as a fintech innovation. Demographic surge ahead of the second most enthusiastic group, which is aged 35 to 44 years old, almost twice as enthusiastic about the technology as older working generations. This is crazy, bang up, good news, guys. So that means millennials are waking up. If you are between 18 to 34 years old and you are familiar with Bitcoin, you are in the right space because the economy has pretty much failed you. So as a generation that has been shaped by recessionary forces with employment levels since number 19 pandemic falling back to the levels of the year 2000, millennials have already been through a post 9/11 recession, yet another following the 2008 global financial crisis now faces another episode that the Washington Post has identified as slower economic growth since entering the workforce than any other generation in US history. This is true, guys. For the last 20 years, since the year 2000, we have seen 3 or pretty much 4 major things that had happened. In 2001, there was 9/11, economy collapsed, millennials was panicking. Couple years later, 2008, real estate financial crisis. The real estate market caused the whole banking system to almost collapse in the eyes of millennials. Again, 2019, beginning of 2020, we got number 19. A pandemic that nobody pretty much predicted caused major cities to go on lockdowns, something that the world has pretty much never ever witnessed. Cities has never pretty much been on lockdown like this. For a couple weeks, nobody could work. As a result, businesses have shut down, people has lost their jobs. 40 million American citizens has pretty much lost their jobs since the pandemic happened. This is crazy. So people are looking for other ways to make money, of course. And the crypto market is pretty much a way out. Of course, this is no financial advice, all opinions, but crypto has been consistently growing numbers by numbers, which means millennials have been at least looking into Bitcoin, Googling it, learning about it, investing in it, which is just amazing. In the next 10 years, this crypto market just might take over the gold market, that $9 trillion gold market. And that is gonna be crazy. That will be, just like Mr. Plan B said, it just might be that $400,000 Bitcoin within the next few years. We just might see that, because millennials just do not trust their banking system anymore. They don't trust their governments anymore. That's it for today, guys. If you like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification for some more daily crypto bangers, and we out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years. True. Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.